Hello, fellow compatriots, to yet another review. Today we'll be taking a look at Kaiza-Kre. And before we get any further, you may be asking, Tributron, did you clickbait me? Where is the giant Bionicle? As I then respond by saying, nope, this is a Bioformer. This character, who originally was and still is a Makuta, was the grandfather of Rahi, yet was overlooked by the other Makuta's talents. To prove his worth, he turned his body into the most dangerous of Rahi the universe has ever seen, essentially turning him into a one-man army that not even Biddle could compete. Well, with that out of the way, let us take a closer look, shall we?
Alright. Let's move this all the way. Alright. Let's start off with the Kre. And let's lower this camera down a little bit. There we go. So the Kre here are small little beetle-like creatures with some antenna right over here that also act like horns in a way for it to fight off. And these are very articulated. You got some ball joint over here at each leg, and the head can move left and right. It can look down and up, though looking down is part of the transformation. But it can tilt its head and whatnot and look adorable. So these are the Kre, and as you can see, the detail of the shell, it goes all the way back. You know, it's hard to tell that, you know, this is eventually going to be part of a giant robot, but there you go. You got two of them right over here. Now for Kai, the bird, which is a vulture, though the beak doesn't look very vulture-like, but we'll get into that later. The wings do spread out, so you got plenty of range in terms of the wings because they're all on ball joint, each ligament. And the claws, the talons move up and down, and you've got some leg movement as well if you want to do that, and you got plenty of head movement as well. So it makes for a decent bird. Not the best bird, but pretty good. And now for Za, which is a Nui Jaga with cannons. So it got some cannons right over here on in each of the arms. It has no elbows. Just to get that right out of the way, it's directly 90 degrees. These claw segments can move along with the claw segment over here ever so slightly. The arms are articulated as well, so you got plenty of range there in that department. And the tail, of course, is very articulated. As for the head, it can look left, it can look right, it can hardly look up all too much, but you know, you can angle the claws down a little bit so that it looks like as if it is looking semi up, if you want to do that. And those are all four of the Rahi right then and there. Now, let's go straight into transformation, shall we? Now, this is going to be kind of a big lad, so first things first, we'll put the Kre to the side. We don't need the Kre just yet. Okay, for this, it's just simple connection ports that attach over here. Making the transformation quick and easy. Just snap it in, snap it off. For the combination, you know, you don't have to do anything finicky or anything like that. That's the thing that I notice with a lot of bioformers, is that they tend to be a little bit finicky. So with that in mind, I try to go for something a little bit more robust, durable, not as finicky. So boom, just simple, straight to the point. You know, this goes here, this goes there. All right, so you got that right there. Now time for the legs. So let's go ahead, transform these. Flip the cannons up. And for Kai, you flip these down, and you flip this around, and tab that in, flips that all the way around, so it becomes a stinger, which is the intention. So go ahead and make sure everything's aligned. Go ahead and tab that into the ports right in there, and you do the same right over here. And it snaps in just like that. Pretty straightforward. And then snap the upper body on. Okay, so you got most of the body already done. Now time for the Kre. For the Kre, you fold the legs up. One of the first things to do in the transformation, because I always forget. That's the thing I always keep forgetting. And you know what, we'll make this the left arm and arrange the fingers like that. And then tabs in, just like that. And then you do the same thing with the other. Boom, 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 boom. Finger sprawl, other way around probably. And rotate that and tab. And then you got Kaiza-Kre. All done. And you had to say the name with an exclamation point, because it doesn't feel right when you don't say it without the exclamation point. Alright, so for articulation, for this big guy, let's start off from the feet. Ankle tilt, go forward and back. Toe, I can tip his toe quite a ways. And also he got like claw, like giant talons now, it looks like. The knees, they can do the full curl at the knees, so you got full curl right there. The legs do go up, and you can also balance him on one leg. You know, he's that stable. See, there we go. He stands. Woo! And me shaking him ever so slightly, he's not faltering. That's how durable he is. And nothing at the waist. I don't know why there would be anything at the waist. But double jointed elbows. You got a joint here, so it's double jointed. So you got that going on. The arms, as you saw in the scorpion mode, you got some rotation, you got some inward movement, you got some upward movement, downward movement. Not so much back, but I don't mind personally. And of course, his little stinger, it moves, and the wings still retain the same articulation as before. The head, however, has a little bit more range. So you can look up, look down, left, right. You can flip the head around if you so wanted to do the alternate face. And that's that. Okay, now time for the function. You're going like, what? This thing has a function? Yes, it has a function. Let me go ahead and show it to you. So, go ahead, do this, curl his hands in. Do that. You're probably wondering, why am I putting him in this pose? You will see. You will all see why I'm putting him in this pose. So, curl the fingers. And then you open this up, and what's up? There is a cannon in his chest, and he does fire it. I kid you not. So, there's these little buttons on the side. The only thing you had to do is go ahead and squeeze those two together, and then you shout at the top of your lungs, "Blast fire!" And he shoots the little Zamosphere, and you can load it up. If I can do it in this weird angle. No, I could not. There we go. It's back in. I did it. Show that again. Blast fire! There you go. I did it twice. He has the blast fire. So, there you go. There's his cannon in his chest that he does fire super effectively. Now, I forgot to do a durability test. How shameful of me. How durable is this combiner? Well, let me go ahead and show you before we do size comparisons, because you always like to see how durable this thing is. So, drop test with big chunky lad. Oh no, did I broke him? Nope, he's still in one piece. He is still in one piece. It will take a lot more than that to break him, though his stinger did untab, but he is in one piece. And let me go ahead and put on one of the Kre heads. The Kre head on that hand always falls off. Every single freaking time. But anyways, let's go ahead and straight into size comparison so you guys can see how big this guy actually is, because he is pretty big. To start off a little small, here he is right next to a Tahunga build. So you get an idea there. Very, very small. The smallest lad ever. Here he is compared to bad guy, if you have bad guy. Here he is right next to Onua, if you have Toa Onua. And yeah, quite the big fellow. And of course, here he is right next to Uniter Tahu. So, got that size comparison right there. A little taller than Uniter Tahu. Just a head taller, minus the wings, of course. And last but not least, we cannot forget the most important of all size comparisons. Here he is, right next to a standard CCBS torso piece. And yeah, pretty big compared to a torso piece. That is like about the size of his foot. Actually, no, his feet are bigger. Yeah, they're bigger. If you count the talons, they are a lot more bigger. Now, the cool thing about this as well is that I was able to make this guy happen by, I kid you not, incorporating the Makuta torso piece that was featured in 2008. Yeah, he has a 2008 Makuta torso piece inside of this bioformer with a chest cannon, and can turn into 4 different Rahi. Technically 3, but you get the drift. He is a big lad. But anyways, that is it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this chunky lad was fun for your pleasure and entertainment. And of course, without further ado, take it away, myself.
Hello and welcome to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more stuff just like this, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you want to follow me in any sorts of social media, you can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Printerest, and also the T2V message boards, and also Patreon, in case if you want to go ahead and give me some support. And the links to all those are in the description down below. Also, I have Discord as well, so you can chat with me if you want to, which the link to that is in the description down below. Anyways, that is it for this video, so I hope you all enjoy, and like always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!